Arturo Dark Knight. He's one of our best listeners. Oh, UV.
Okay.
UV? Did you just say UV?
Why is there a chicken in my parking lot?
And welcome back to another Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes stream here on RSG. 5 years. Finn, we made it. We made it to 5 years. Now we can retire to the big villa on the hill with all the hookers and blows and Twinkies and fruit snacks and porgs that we want. So, just throwing that out there. But welcome to the longest running live stream in the Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes community. I'm your host with the most, Ranger J 1999. And that guy over there is my heterosexual life partner, Dr. Finn, medicine woman, the troll extraordinaire. Dr. Finn, how are you this evening?
I'm the Finn with the chin.
Finn,
I have a chin.
you do, and it rhymes.
Mm-hmm.
Finn, I like that actually. Drinking some bourbon because I have been slaving away at that goddamn hill, which is looking really good, but I'm in a lot of pain. So between the leave and the bourbon, I should be fine. So Finn, here we are, 5 years. You know, when we started RSG, me and Finn had a conversation. We're like, you know, November 25th, 2020, we'll be on a Wednesday, so let's do all our shows on Wednesday, and it'll work out perfectly. No, we didn't really do that. It's just the way it worked out. The math has worked in our favor. So welcome to 5 years of Star Wars Galaxy Heroes. I think really what tonight's going to be is, I mean, there's a few news and notes, but it's really about just reliving the last 5 years and just kind of celebrating 5 years of playing this game. I mean, it's somewhat of an achievement. It really is that this game has been going on for 5 years. So a lot of good memories, a lot of really wonderful stuff, and we'll share it all with you guys. I'm glad to see you guys in chat. Make sure you hit the thumbs up, subscribe, all that good stuff that you see in the chat. If you want to interact with us, there's super chat that you guys can do. If you guys want to interact with us, there's stream elements in Twitch. You can do funny sound bites. That's set up, so you guys should be able to do that as well. So thank you guys, one, for being fans and for being here for us. With pretty much, we've been doing this for mostly, 4.5 years of the 5 years that the game has been in existence. So it's been a long road and a long hoe for all of us in some form or capacity. So one thing I would like for you guys to do tonight is we take questions, right? But for the Q&A tonight, I'd like for you guys, when you do your question, and the way we work it is if you have a question for us, put your question in the chat, but you put the word question for your actual question statement. But this time what I would like you guys to do is just your favorite Star Wars Galaxy Hero event or moment or anything like that. It's been 5 years, so let's celebrate all the good times that we've had, or frustrating times. You can share that too if you want. I mean, there's been ups and downs. It's been a roller coaster ride with this game for 5 years. So I think that would be pretty cool for you guys to put that. So do all that. Hit the thumbs up. Subscribe. Finn, we know we didn't talk about this ahead. We were just kind of hanging out with the VIPs and having fun. Maz, the lovely Maz Kanata, had to make a potato run, so we were all and waited on bated breath for the could Maz get the potatoes on pre-Thanksgiving, and happy Thanksgiving to everybody as well. I think what we're going to do, no, it would depend for me if Thane is in the chat tonight, if he's up for this, doing GAC tonight. But after this stream, we're going to do, Finn, you're going to do your GAC, is that correct?
Correct.
Okay, so we'll do at least Finn's tonight, and then tomorrow, if Thing's not available tonight, we'll do it tomorrow, because I did promise Thing that I would do GAC with the GAC Whisperer with him. So if he's not available, then we'll save mine for tomorrow. But at least we can go hang out after this and do GAC with Finn. So yeah, so a lot of good stuff. Man, 5 years, Finn. Feels like a long time, brother.
Well, I mean, we've only been streaming for 4, so I mean, we have some catch up that we need to do.
4.5.
So, yeah.
4.5 years.
Yeah,
So,
I know. 232 weeks.
is that all? Boy,
Just that. That's it.
it's just 232 weeks, and that's not including all the lunch streams and the Jedi Academies and the other streams and videos and things of that. Other announcement is it was asked of me today to do more lore videos. I've had requests from people saying that they really like those and they want me to do more of those. So as a surprise for you guys, I'm going to work on a couple lore videos. The 2 that I've decided on. I'll see how you feel about these, Fan. I'm going to do one on Bo-Katan, and then I'm going to do one about the Mandalorians themselves.
Both are pretty relevant time-wise, so yeah.
So there you go. Yeah, no Grande Patron tonight. No Loki. He may pop in later. He might be busy with Thanksgiving. And we appreciate you guys. We know it's Thanksgiving. Again, happy Thanksgiving to all you guys. I'm sure you guys are busy. I have been busy like a fiend. 1 on the hill, 2 doing prep for Thanksgiving. It's a lot of stuff and, grocery runs for you guys and, getting everything cut up and getting things ready. So trust me, I appreciate you guys being here on pre-Thanksgiving to hang out with us. I mean, it's tradition, Finn. We got it. We got to do it, man. We got to do the Wednesday night stream, man. No matter what, we got to do it. We got to do it, yo. We didn't come up with a shout out word of the day. I mean, I've got one if you want me to say it. So I think the shout out word of the day should be celebrate. SEL.
Wait, S? Did you just say S?
Did I say S?
You did. Oh my god.
I've had a lot of bourbon and I think the painkillers are kicking in. This is what happens.
Oh my god, we are not
Let me try that again. Yeah, we're not sober. CELEBRATE, celebrate, not S, because that would be incorrect. And I'm sure someone's going to mutate my ass on that.
Oh, there's so many already.
Yeah.
There's just
so
so many.
We've got Cenobite, celery, celebrate with an S from John Moran. There you go. There they are. I was waiting for them. Yeah, I had to go to the grocery store today too, Grey Rock, and it was hockey inside. Finn, I don't know if you had to go any grocery store runs today. It was pretty violent, I gotta say. I mean, everybody and their mom.
No, mine wasn't bad.
Yeah, mine was pretty. Yeah. So.
No, you're not selling a Brit.
Where's Mike when you need him?
Oh my gosh.
Let's get Sweary Dot on here. I'll celebrate.
Do you ever feel like your house is missing tea and crumpets? Ever feel like you have the fish, but it's just not fried correctly, and you just have regular Lay's potato chips and not the true chips?
Do you feel like
join us here at RSG with Sell a Brit. That's right, we sell a Brit so you can have a Brit in your household at any given time. That's right, they will give you tea, they will give you crumpets, and if you treat them correctly, they may even unofficially knight you, because with that British accent, they can do whatever the hell they want, and you will believe that it is true. So RSG, sell a Brit.
And if you order now, you get the added bonus, Finn, of being able to use the word bloody whenever you want. Just throwing that out there. And the first 100 callers get the extra set of steak knives, the Ginsu steak knives, right now. Is there a Scottish variety? That's what Alchie wants to know. I mean, yeah, let's go with that. If you pay us, yeah, well, sure, we'll come up with a Scottish person for you. So whip out your pickle, stroke your Wookiees, get it in there. It's pre-Thanksgiving, 5-year celebration. We'll get into the news here in a second, but it's really not about the news as far as I'm concerned for today, Finn. It's about just reliving 5 years, right? we'll cover the news right now. Let's just do it. Let's just go right into the news. Breaking news. It's 5 years. They gave us a bunch of stuff. I liked it. Finn, your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, they've never given us like the Uber stuff, right? They've always given us maybe like the stuff that was really, really new as of last year, and then given it to us, and it's still relevant, right? But it's not the newest stuff. I was happy with what they gave.
Yeah, I did too.
I think it's on par with kind of what they've been setting and setting as kind of the precedent here. And I think we heard it from, and I want to say it was Crumb. I think it was Crumb who said it on one of the Galactic War reports, which is basically that Top Hat has kind of fought for trying to get everybody more rewards during the anniversaries, right? He's basically said like Top Hat is really trying to make this a big deal, and it looks like Top Hat really is. Right, I liked his, and I'm going to go back a little bit. I like his Roads Ahead, his State of the Galaxies. I think he does a good job with those. Different style than all the previous ones, right? So it's just different. It's not whether it's like better or worse. It's just I like his style. It's a different style, but I think we've gotten used to it now with Top Hat kind of doing that and not. We're not really hearing much from Mark Dickinson, right? So we're hearing mainly from Top Hat from a lot of this, and I think Top Hat does a good job with trying to advocate for the players a bit here. And we've seen this over the last 2-3 years. And again, I just remember Crumb mentioning that, and I can't remember where, so I apologize. I can't attribute it correctly. I believe it was a Galactic War Report interview like a year and a half ago or something like that. So no, I am happy with everything that they've done.
Yeah, I'm digging it, man. You know, someone, tongue in cheek, but someone said, you know, we haven't had a Ranger rant in a long time. That's a good thing. It really is. I mean, CG's been knocking it out of the park. I mean, they really are. The communication's better. The changes they've made for the game and for everything else, it's just been solid. It's just been really solid. So keep doing what you're doing, CG. I mean, it really is not giving me any pause to say, oh, here we go again, or, you know, me going cray-cray. But I've been very happy with the stuff that CG's been doing. Even when they get stuff messed up, at least they're communicating about it now. Like, you know, with galactic challenges and things of that nature. I got no complaints. So it's hard for me to rant about something when they're trying to get better, they're improving, they've made some changes that I really like. You're not going to get a Ranger rant with that.
I do want to mention, because I see it in chat. No, I mean Top Hat, guys. So if you're not familiar, right? So Crumb's job is as a community manager. So his job is basically communicating everything that CG is doing to the public, trying to talk with it, getting feedback, those kind of things. Top Hat is a decision maker over there, and he is one of the people that is jumping through the different hoops that needs to be done, whether it's Disney, EA, Lucas, whatever it is. That is what Top Hat is doing. So I am 100% saying it was Top Hat, not Crumb. It was Top Hat that has been working to try and get us this, and Crumb is the one that said it in an interview. Again, he is a community manager. He is doing what he is supposed to do, which is communicate the different things about what's happening with the community, what's happening with the game, those kind of things. But the decision about what's happening with like the 5th year anniversary and all of that is largely, I believe, from what Crumb said, a Top Hat initiative that he is trying to promote in terms of what to put into the game as it currently stands. I think previously it might have been Carrie, and then maybe John Solera when he was there, some combination. But as it stands right now, based on the last that I heard from Crumb, and I haven't heard any different, it is largely Top Hat that is putting together the 5th year anniversary stuff. Yeah. And trying to make sure that he gets it cleared with whoever it is that they're doing it with. And I think he's doing a good job.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And I mentioned this before. People have had issues with his like State of the Galaxy and his Road Ahead, and sometimes he doesn't get enough detail. If you go back and look, Top Hat has been consistent pretty much about how he has reported things in those posts, and I never had a problem with the content in which he did stuff. So no, Crumb is a good guy, and so
Crumb.
is Top Hat. I don't want to say there's nothing wrong with anything Top Hat has done. Top Hat has done a good job. We want to make sure we attribute the things to the correct people. It's not always just Crom or maybe moving forward DojaFett. This is actually something that, again, based on what Crom said, I believe a year and a half ago on Galactic War Report, is something that Top Hat puts together. So, yeah,
there you go.
Just a thing. And I try to listen to whenever the devs do their interviews and all that kind of stuff, because you never know, like what kind of information you're gonna get. But this is one of them.
All right. So we did have a couple of little bits of information. If you guys didn't see the lunch stream this morning, it was pretty interesting. There was connectivity issues this morning. I felt it a little bit, but they got it squared away. So they resolved it. So that wasn't really, I mean, it's news, but I mean, I was experiencing it when I was trying to get the stream set up for the lunch stream today, but it kind of worked itself out. So I'm like, okay, I guess they fixed it. So some people didn't experience any connectivity issues. I was, mainly because I was using BlueStacks, and some other people said they had the same thing, but it seemed to have worked itself out before TW really kicked off. So hey, there you go. And then the other big thing is, besides the 5-year anniversary stuff, which I think they did a great job with, we got the December calendar, Finn. So let's kind of go over this. The big thing is, first of all, the daily login character for November is Kylo Ren. It's my time to shine, Finn. Kylo Ren's here. Kylo Ren, you know me? Pretty cool. And then territory battles will have the 12th and the 27th, whichever one your guild picks. And then territory wars will be the 4th, the 8th, the 19th, and the 23rd. Grand Arena will pick up after this week. This is the last week of 3v3. It will be 5v5 plus fleet. That starts on the 7th of December, running through the week of the 28th. So the entire month of December will be 5v5 with fleet. And then Galactic Challenges, they list it'll be Jakku, Takodana, one to be TBD with Bounty Hunters. That's interesting. Camino and Malachor. So pretty standard. I mean, there wasn't really anything in the calendar that I was like, oh my god. We're going from 3v3 to 5v5. I mean, is there anything in the calendar that says anything to you, Finn? It didn't really say anything to me.
I mean, so the Kylo Ren as a daily login is definitely interesting, right? My initial thought, First Order tank ship.
Could be.
I think that's what that's indicating. I think we're getting a First Order taunting ship.
Be kind of cool. I wouldn't mind it, because God bless America, they need one for the First Order and for the damn Resistance. So if we get some more ships in the game, God bless us. Okay, so that's really the news for today. So again, keep your questions coming in, guys. And remember, for the questions today, I would really like you guys to list when you ask a question. If you have a legitimate question you want to ask us, feel free to put those in there, right? If you have questions you want to ask us about the game or insights or help you with something, please put that in there. Remember, the format is put the word question in front of your actual question statement. There you go. Pretty simple. Finn's doing the question, so if you want your question answered, that's one way to do it. But what we would like you to see is, it's been 5 years. Give us some of your favorite memories, maybe from RSG or from the game, or good or bad, whatever it is you want to put in there. Put your statement in there. We'd like to read out your comments about what you guys think about 5 years of SWGOH, and what you guys think. So, all right, Finn, 5 years. It's interesting. I joined Cubs yesterday, and he had everybody and their mom on his stream yesterday, from Urs to everybody, talking about 5 years of SWGOH. So what are your, I'll ask you this, Finn, what is like one of your best moments you think for SWGOH? It can be funny or just a positive moment, and something that you remember like, I'd like to forget about this as soon as possible.
So in all of the 5 years.
Yeah, just, random. It could be a couple things if you want. I mean, just share your thoughts, 5 years of SWGOH, your ups and downs, that kind of stuff.
So the one that still bugs me the most is the stupid Chimera event. The Chimera event is still, to me, the most infuriating thing, where they just decided, well, we found a bug and we're just going to drop the requirements for Rebel ships. It's just, what? that was to me still the most frustrating thing that they've ever done. Closely behind, just more for personal reasons, the nerf to the Grandmaster Yoda event after I put together the guide and everything on the
I
forum.
forgot about that.
that was kind of annoying too. But yeah, so yeah, those are the two kind of bad. I'll say this. I know it's not going to be popular with a lot of people, but the nerd side of me, my favorite thing that they've done in this game is mods 2.0. Not 1.0 when everything goes broken where they didn't look at the stats. But when they rebalanced it to what it had, what we had before this latest push, mods to me was where it was great. I hate what they did later on, where they got rid of the fact that, like with the green, you were guaranteed the 1 hit, right?
Yeah.
With the blue, you were guaranteed the 2 hits, or you had like a 50% chance for 2 hits. All that is what I liked that state of mods.
Hold on, we're getting music again. Are we getting music?
You probably have Roll20. You probably have Roll20.
Give me a second. Hold on. Let me fix this. God damn it.
So, when you're thinking about kind of what's my favorite anyways, I loved the not original, but the next one, mods 2.0 is the one that I like the most. So I still have mentioned that I kind of wish that we had gone back to that. It would have been hard to go with this current system, but I think we would have thought a different way to go it. But yeah, I would say it's mods. Right. And we'll welcome Mr. Sir Loki.
Hey, there he is, the sexy Buddha himself, the lightsaber builder extraordinaire, who apparently doesn't know how to message me in Discord, dickweed.
Yes.
Did you see my message in Discord?
I did now.
Okay, yeah, there you go.
I still work today. I'm a good soldier, and I was running late, so I apologize. But
there you go.
Happy anniversary, the
5 years, man. Happy Thanksgiving to you,
happy
sir.
early Turkey Day.
Yeah,
so, a lot of stuff to smile about and celebrate tonight.
Yes, it is. So let me share my 5-year stuff. So for the actual events itself in the game, 2 stick out to me that I really enjoyed and remembered fondly. Just this game itself, not just overall stuff. I'll get into that in a second. The first one was the Malik event. It was the first time that I was like, this game has this is what we could get. I really enjoyed the Malik event. I loved it tremendously. The other one was the Jedi Knight Luke event, and I'll tell you why. Here recently, we saw that they were going to do Unity and all this other stuff, and I had hope, but I was like, oh God. I was starting to lose a little faith in Star Wars Galaxy Heroes. And then the Jedi Knight Luke event came out, and it just completely turned me 180 on my axis, because I'm like, if this is the potential that this game has to do something like this, that is this much fun and this cinematic, it gave me the Malik feels. It really gave me hope. And again, why we haven't had a Ranger rant in a while is because of stuff like this. Really, it was a positive for me. But I said this on the Cub stream, and I want to reiterate this here. The biggest positive thing about this community, about this game, has been you guys. It's the community, right? There's 2 things. There's the community, and then there's Finn, and I'll talk about Potato Head over there in a second. The community, you guys, with what you guys have been allowed us to do, I mean, it's a privilege and an honor to be able to stream to you guys every night, right? It's a lot of work that goes into it and stuff, but not just the game itself, but what you guys have been able to help us do for like charities and stuff like that. I can't put into words how exceptional that is. You guys are the reason that we do what we do. You guys are incredible. You really are. I can't say it enough. I said it yesterday on the Cub stream. You guys are ridiculous. Every time that we've set a goal, you guys not only have blown it away, but I mean, you blew it out of the water. for what we've been able to do. It's allowed us to partner with ACS and create things like Gamers for Cancer, and to visit kids in hospitals, and to do stuff like Wounded Warrior, and to do stuff like suicide prevention, and to bring attention to these things, and to get into there and just do our part, right? And I mean, when Finn brought it up, it was kind of this, we didn't know what to expect, right? We set small goals, and then those got destroyed, and then we set bigger goals, and then those got destroyed, and we're just like, geez, what is the untapped potential of this community? And you guys have proven it time and time again. You guys are unbelievable in what you guys do with giving just your time watching us, and then what you do to support what we do for the charity stuff, and just what we do every day streaming. The other thing that I said was a positive was Finn, and I said this on Cubs yesterday, and it's a stick, and we always, we play the parts that we play, but it's all for the effect, right? Finn's the cute, I like Twinkies and porgs and fruit snacks and stuff, and I play like the hard ass. It's like, no, Finn, that's not man stuff kind of thing. But it's all an act. Finn has been the best thing for me for these past 5 years. Finn is like a brother to me. If anybody ever messed with Finn, I would destroy them. They would have a nice little visit from some buddies of mine from Fort Bragg, and it has been it's been an honor and a privilege. And I've always said this, that I'm more the boisterous butthole that gets more of the limelight because I'm more outspoken and stuff, but Finn does the small things. Finn does the work in the background, that he's just more organized than I am. He's as organized than any of us. He does those small little things in the legwork that sometimes drives me up the wall, but it's that perfection in him that, that you have to appreciate. It'll drive you crazy because I'll be sitting there doing stuff when we're putting stuff together, like, no, it's off by 1/4, 1/3 percentage there. Move it down just a little bit. I'm just like, I'm going to kill you. But you can't kill Finn because it's coming from a good place, because he has a really good heart. And you can't, this has been the best thing of my 5 years, is having Finn. And then we added Loki, and then we added McVenom and Grande. It feels like a family. We're a family here. And it makes it easy to get up. And there's certain days that you're just tired, you're exhausted. Like this last 2 weeks, I've been just killing myself on that hill. But I stream because, one, you guys motivate me, and two, I know that the other guys in the background are busting their ass too, so it just makes it easier. Now, that's all the positive stuff. There's been a lot of negative stuff with this game. Let's not fluff the bottom of the roster, as Finn would say.
Wait. When would I say not to fluff the bottom?
Yeah, that's true. Well, if we're going to fluff it, let's fluff it properly.
Fluffy bottom.
But there have been some negative aspects of this game. It's been frustrating. It's been mind-numbing at times, where we're just so frustrated and so upset about things. And that's why you've got me as ranting, because I've always taken the position, like, if it becomes a choice between the community and the company, I'm always going to go with the community, hands down. Because the other cool thing about this 5 years is that, and I'm sure Finn is looking to talk about this, we get to know you guys on a personal level. We get pictures of you and your family and your kids, and we talk to you one-on-one, and it, you develop that relationship. And then when CG did something that was like, no, you're not hosing the people I care about with your antics, and I'm going to hold you accountable. That's one of my big things, is accountability. And I can give lots of different examples, but I'm not going to. If you want to go back and watch me rant, you can go back and watch me rant. And those were real, and I didn't hold back. I dropped more F-bombs than I'm sure Carrie and everybody else that's been in CG wants to hear about, but tough. I don't care. It's all about you guys. So there you go. So those are my things. I mean, the game has gotten in a really good state. I'm really happy with the state of the game is. I'm enjoying myself in the game more than I ever have before. I'm very positive about where the game is. We'll see what happens. But as long as you guys are around, as long as I got my boy Finn and dumbass Sir Loki who doesn't read his Discord messages around and stuff like that. It's easy for me to. I don't care how bad I feel. I just like I gotta do it. Like I don't care if I have 103 temperature. I'm going to stream because that's just the nature of the beast. So those are my thoughts in 5 years. But I did want to give a shout out to the community because I think you guys are goddamn heroes. You really are. The amount of money that you guys have helped us raise for these charities is it's mind boggling, and it's known. Cubs mentioned it yesterday. He was just floored by the amount of money we've raised. ACS could not be more happy with the efforts that we have done and what we've created, and that's all because of you guys. If you guys had not supported us in those endeavors would have never gone anywhere. That means we don't go to Disney in April, things like that. So a big shout out to all you guys. All right, Loki, those are my thoughts for 5 years and just thoughts and reminiscing. Of course, there's a lot of funny other stuff like Grandi and the chicken, Grandi spelling of UV, the butt sock incident of 2016 when we first started. I mean, we can go down the line to that. But, it's 5 years of playing this game, Loki. What are your thoughts, positive and negative? What do you got for me, brother?
Damn, I mean, you hit on pretty much everything I wanted to do.
No, think of something else. God damn it! Look, I'm going to hold you to this, man.
No, I mean, I'm with you on the whole community thing, man. It's why I'm still here. It's why for the past what I've been with you guys for 4 years, maybe 3 years. I rode the coattails of Smithy D for a little bit, and then he dropped me off with you guys, and it's been really fun. I think we've built a nice community here. It's why I'm here. I don't know if I can say it any better, but if the community wasn't here, I probably would have quit the game a long time ago. I also jokingly say it's my mods maybe is why I still play, but I don't know how new players are doing it, man, but my hat's off to them. My hat's off to our community and the whole charity work thing is just utterly amazing. I've personally never been involved with charity work and stuff, and this is it's been really fun. It's a different kind of investment into the karma bank, I guess, if you want to call it that, where I feel like a lot of us, Finn, Ranger, myself, McVenom, Grande, you want to throw Lampshade in there. You want to throw anybody that's been with the RSG crew. You want to throw Grim. We give back because it feels good, and we know that the community loves it. And then, somewhere down the line, the Karma Bank blesses us with something else. And I do feel blessed with knowing all of you on the panel, especially Finn, Ranger. You guys are always there when I message you. I'm not there all the time when you message me, but hey, you give me a hard time and it's all fun and games. And I appreciate that. But, with SWGOH right now, I do agree with you that I think the game is in an okay place. It's in a better place than it was last year. I'll tell you that. So they've done something. They've made the events, I guess, a little more fun and engaging, which is what I like. You mentioned the Malik event. I think they hit it out of the park with that, and they incorporated a lot of strategies that I think we like. And then, in turn, then it makes, like right now, I love the guild I'm in. A lot of it too is, I think they've, they could do more with guilds. I guess I'm kind of venturing into the negative or the criticism that I want to give, but staying positive as much as I can. But I think they need to build on that momentum, and they need to make this a fun place for everybody to play. So, making guild events, making, guilds in general a little more important. I feel like, that's something that's been taking a back seat a little bit. They need to introduce, we say it, the new raids, and those kinds of events that get the guild together. Because if it wasn't for the guild and if it wasn't for the community, I personally wouldn't really be here. At least on the SWGOH side, I would venture into another game. And again, I'm flip flopping, back and forth between the RSG community, SWGOH community, and then just the game in general. But if it wasn't for the guilds and if it wasn't for our SWGOH community, I wouldn't be here. I'd probably be playing another game with Ranger and Finn and all that. But I am thankful for the place in RSG. You guys always make me feel welcome and as a family. So I appreciate that. And it's nice to get home, every Wednesday, even though I'm on the West Coast and I'm always driving home, or coming home, and I'm a little late to the stream, but I'm always welcomed, and we entertain everybody, and it's fun. So
That's a minus 50 TKP because you weren't where the fuck you were supposed to be.
yeah.
There you go.
But yeah, no, I mean, creating content with Ranger and Finn's always fun. And we get a lot of positive feedback from you, the community. So again, if it wasn't for you, we wouldn't be doing this, because, we sure as hell aren't making millions of dollars here.
No.
We're doing it because we enjoy it.
No, we are not.
And that's it.
All right. Let's talk about the funnier moments for the last 5 years. Finn, what are some of the funnier moments that you can remember? I'll give one just to start us off with. Yes, the other day in GAC, we went in against a Mon Mothma 3PO Princess Leia team. We're like, we got to take this thing seriously. So we went in with Vader, Palpatine, Thrawn. Like, all right, let's kill Leia. And we started off with Vader's AoE, got us the turn meter, and then we went to Merciless Massacre. And then we threw the saber at Leia, and then she died. And then Mon Mothma and C-3PO disappeared because we didn't take into account that those two characters need someone there to actually be there. It was the quickest match I've ever had in GAC. And I think between me, Grim, Scry Gaming was there, and Thang, we lost for about 10 minutes. It's those funny little moments that that happen like that make this so much worth it, where you're just not planning on something happening and then bam, something like that happens. For Finn, what are some of the funnier moments for the last 5 years for streaming, playing the game, that you can remember?
I have to say, the one that it still gets me to this day is that I legitimately thought buttsock was an actual term.
I can't believe that, man. I swear.
I had it all justified in my head when I wrote it out there too, where you sock him with the butt of the gun. I'm like, that makes perfect sense. And it's not.
That was the first time, I think, with us, if you go back and watch our streams, where I was really blindsided. I hadn't seen the thing beforehand. So when that popped up, and I'm like, wait a minute, does that say buttsock? And Finn legitimately just looked at me and said,
yeah, that's what it,
you sock him with the butt of the gun. I'm like, no, that's wrong, Finn. Jesus Christ. The old butt sock to the face.
Mm-hmm. The butt sock smash.
The butt sock smash.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, indeed. What about you, Lucky? Funny moments that you can remember that really just floored you? And
too many, man. Didn't we go through this with our anniversary stream for the?
We did, but
RSG in general.
It's just we're reliving moments.
Yeah,
man.
way too many, man.
Well, pick a couple.
Well, I mean, I always like to throw Urban Blaster out there, man. I love those streams, man. Any of it.
The gamer fuel. Oh my God.
Dude, I say it all the time, man. I think I want to collab something with that guy soon. I mean, it's so funny.
Oh
and I know he's busy, but I see him playing Guitar Hero or whatever he plays at night, and I watch him, and dude, I miss that. So
yeah.
Any of the guests, man. I mean, we've gotten some crazy guests. I mean, our Saturday night mature stream was just hilarious.
Oh my God! Remember the the Mad Libs?
Horrible. I mean, it's terrible, man. Like, it's so funny. We did the ladies' nights. I mean, it's just yeah. It's,
what was it? The light side of the Force is Durgent.
Yeah.
The dark side of the Force. Something I can't remember. It was so bad.
It was flaccid.
It was flaccid. That's right. The menstrual red dragon is the most reddest dragon in the world.
Mm-hmm. May the cannon be with you always.
No, may the catapult be with you.
Catapult. It was the catapult. You are correct. May the catapult be with you.
And also
always.
with you, my friend. The catapult would be with you. Always.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. What is wrong with us? Oh God. And then, of course, how can we not relive the last 5 years without just the ridiculousness of Grande Patron? I mean, that man is pure comedy gold. I don't know if you went back and listened, Finn. He was there a couple weeks ago, or a month ago on Heinz's stream.
It's not there anymore. I have to see if it was clipped.
Oh God, it was clipped, man.
Okay, if it was clipped, I have to go back and watch it. I was trying to find the VOD for it, but it's not there now because it's late. So.
I'll give you an example. So there was a couple of Dragon Ball Z names there. One of them was for Goku, and he's known as Kakarot, right? Well, Grande pronounced it as cock carrot. I'm not making that up. He's like cock carrot. And I almost threw up. And then we got to Vegeta. I'm like, oh my God, he's gonna destroy this. And I was just in tears. And he's like, vegetable O. I'm not making this up. And I thought I tried to warn Heinz. I'm like, Heinzie, if you do this is gonna go really, really, really bad. And Veggie O. Oh my God. But what has Grande done? I mean, the sheer amount of names over the years that Grande has mispronounced that have led to people actually changing their name, like Cybershark used to be Cybershark. Now I think it's Sabershark because of Grande messing that up. Johnny Moran was actually Johnny Moran. There's the great chicken episode of 2018 where Grande got sidetracked with a chicken outside of his work and really wanted to capture the chicken. And of course, who can forget the baseball tokens? Oh my God. Grande Patron wanting to give a homeless guy something, so he gave him baseball tokens. And the sad thing is, I came in that conversation later after you guys had already started that stuff. So Finn, I don't remember how that started and stuff, but I mean, and I also remember Grande wanting to go with him afterwards, and me and Finn begging him, please don't do it, looking for the guy to give him some more stuff. And we're like, no, please just give him money, don't do this. God, Grande has just been one of those characters. Finn, Loki, Grande, what do you think? This is just off the top of my head.
I miss Grande.
Yeah, he's a potato head. Oh yeah, Val Bacon.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot about Val Bacon.
Mm-hmm.
We should get some movie stars like Val Bacon. Well, who the hell is Val Bacon? Oh God. Oh yeah, poor Nobunaga. No, Bunga.
No, Bunga. Good old Grande.
Arturo Dark Knight. Everybody in chat's reminding us of all the Grandes.
Arturo Dark Knight.
He's our best listener. Yeah, Ted Danza. Oh God. And Tony Danson, that's right. Oh my God, this is stupid. What about you, Loki? Any Grandeisms that really stick to you, man?
Again, man, it's just too many, man. I was in the guild. I was in a guild with the guy, man. It was so fun.
Oh my God, I can't even imagine what that was like.
And I left the guild because he left. So it's a good dude, man. I mean, we all chipped in. I made him a lightsaber. I think that was funny.
Yeah.
You know, there was a video actually put out on my channel. If you look me up on YouTube, but it was a Darth Vader lightsaber that I had. The Dark Lords Guild that we were in, like everybody signed it. Finn and Ranger signed the card, and I purposely put the Mother Effer sound font,
oh my God.
Mace Windu, on it. And you remember he told me the story was. You know, you open it up and you take the little kill key out, right? And then the whole thing turns on. So you when I ship it, you have to disable the battery somehow, right? For safety purposes, right? But you know, there were instructions. Hey, you know, you open this thing up and you pull this little plastic tab out, and then the whole thing lights up. But when it lights up, then it's basically Mace Windu saying "Mother Effer" from Pulp Fiction. The Samuel Jackson F-bombs all over the place, and his little son was there and was like, Dad, is it supposed to do that? I mean, and there was a
He
he
gave the lightsaber to his kid to play with. In the background, all you heard was,
Samuel
English
Jackson.
mother.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm like, I was like, what's wrong with you? Why has he got the lightsaber?
Yeah, so he was asking, he said, so how do I change the sound fonts? I said, well, there's a video. You got to watch the video, and I'd show you how to do everything. So it's still on my old YouTube channel, and it's hilarious. But again, it goes back to the whole community thing, man. I mean, what community can you actually just go out there and be like, hey, I want to give somebody a present? Everybody chips in, and we do it. So it's fun.
And then let's not forget she's not here now. She no longer plays the game, but the lovely McVenom. She has moved on to other games and stuff. But I think the funniest thing Grande ever did was on that night where he was just doing her voice, like, guys.
Yeah, I got all the sound bites from that.
Yeah. He said it was just a tip, and he said, I know with 2 babies. Oh my God. He just went off that night. I just remember Finn just putting his hands in his face and just like, I can't believe this is happening right now.
It was just watching the man just commit suicide. Like, it was just it's like, because it's all getting back to McVenom. It's just like, really Grande, just please stop. No.
He said it was just a tip, and he lied. With 2 babies, stopped. He just kept going in on that. And I remember McVenom messaging me after that, like, I'm going to kill you. In so many different ways. Oh my God. So what else? 5 years of SWGOH, man. Any other memories or thoughts, guys, while we're just reminiscing about shit?
I mean, okay, I'm gonna say something.
Mm-hmm.
As much as I hate the guy, I will say the 5 years honestly wouldn't have been the same without Skunk.
How dare you?
So, in an honest moment, he is honestly what started a lot of the YouTube stuff. The YouTube popularity of Galaxy of Heroes, right? It wasn't him necessarily, but it was the community of him being kind of the shiesty salesperson that he is, that put together everything, including a large number of guilds when guilds first rolled out, right? Grande was actually a big part of that, as well as Ramon, and a few other people. So I do want to get. I know there's also a lot of bad associated with him, but one of the good things is the fact that he did actually put together one of the first true communities of Galaxy of Heroes together, even before Guilds was launched, and it helped to create a bunch of guilds that has since kind of done their own thing, and the RSG Guild is one of them. A lot of the guilds are still kind of together in some way, partial after mergers and whatnot, but I don't want to forget that, because I'd be forgetting kind of history in some ways, and I don't want to just forget history for the sake of just it was a bad memory. So yeah, I will give credit to that one.
All right. Well, you're a better man than me, Charlie Brown, because Skunk was a piece of crap. But I remember I didn't really have anything to do with Skunk other than the guilds forming, and it ended up with me and Lampshade and Finn when guilds were first forming, getting into the same guild, and me and Finn had been hanging out with Merlin Darkmage, old Merlin, on his streams and doing those kind of things, and that's where we kind of were hanging out with Grande, and that's where this all culminated together into what we started with RSG. So yeah, I think a lot of people's first guild, as Billy Gunn says, my first guild was a Skunk guild. I think we all had Skunk guilds, and yeah, so but it'll be interesting to see what you guys think. So again, continue giving us your thoughts about what 5 years, what you remember about SWGOH. Make sure if you want us to read it out that you put it in a question. Make sure you put the word question in front of your actual statement. We'll do that. I need some more bourbon, Finn. So can you handle the festivities for a minute or two while I go get some more bourbon?
Sure.
Okay. I'll be right back.
Yeah. So we are getting ready to Well, Loki, what else? Anything else from the last 5 years, specifically in game? Let's do it the other way. What do you want to see in the next year from Galaxy of Heroes to make you think that it was a success? Because I think a lot of us look at 2020, despite everything going on in the world, as a pretty good year for CG overall. The Unity upgrade, right? Galactic Legends, maybe good, maybe bad, just depending on where you're coming from. But now we're getting the sim of the AAT after all this time. We're hopefully getting a new tier of the Rancor raid. We're getting the Mandalorian characters in there. So what would make 2021 a good year for you?
2021 in SWGOH?
Yeah, in SWGOH.
Like I mentioned, I'd like to see more guild stuff. We've been in these guilds for, was it 4 years now? So they haven't really done anything new in terms of, bringing players together, focusing on the togetherness of the guild. And I think they really need to do that. So maybe they're starting with the Rancor challenge tiers, and maybe they bring more challenge tiers and hopefully a new raid and some more guild events. Territory Wars is fine. Maybe they need to tweak Territory Wars a little bit. I don't know. It's getting to the point now where there's, I actually feel like there's not enough spaces anymore. And especially in the higher guilds. I feel like, when we're clearing each other, we still have a lot of offense. I mean, it'd be good to make another guild event similar to Territory Wars. A team event, maybe, you team up with another guild and you fight another, like a 2v2 guild thing, right? That would be kind of fun. And then just continue with the momentum they got with the designs of the events. I think they're really good right now. I want to see a little more of the puzzle, aspect of it. Like the Malik event, there was kind of a little puzzle. You had to solve it. There was a sequence of events you had to do to pass it. So I'd like to see more thought go into those kinds of events where they design it that way. I think right now the way, I'm with you, Finn. I kind of like the mod thing where they're going with it right now. Because I felt like, even though I have a bunch of, if you want to call them God mods or whatever, but I felt like, even getting a 22 speed roll, and then you got defense on the last roll. I mean, I feel like those mods now have a chance to become God mods, right? To become those big. So they've saved that, I guess, for me. Like I was upset, that the mods were done and they're just stale. So, with that said, the mod thing was good. Maybe they utilize the roster a little bit more. Ships for sure needs an overhaul, definitely. Hopefully the vehicles comes, and just, other events, events that don't, I guess, divide players, like, something we can all come together with and play, maybe outside of the guild. But I mean, it's like Grand Arena right now, it's okay because at least I'm playing with other people. I feel like I'm playing with people that are equal to my power level at this point. And they've done a good job tweaking that. So they just have to continue doing that. And hopefully we'll be here another 5 years doing this,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree with you. All right. So let's go ahead, and I see Rangers coming back. I'm going to start collecting the names of everybody that typed in the shout out word, which was, again, if you guys want to get it in, one more chance. The word was celebrate with a C, Ranger. CELEBRAT, celebrate.
In my world, I spelled it with the S for your pleasure.
And that would be wrong. So celebrate.
But it's for your pleasure. I try to get Buddy down here, but Buddy is he's not interested. There's food to be had upstairs, so he's not coming down no matter what. So
not surprising.
Yeah, she's cooking all kinds of stuff, and he's like just sitting there like a vulture. I'm like, God damn, Buddy, you are just ridiculous. He just gave me the middle finger and said, "Get your ass downstairs. I'm trying to get some food." So nobody's sighting for tonight.
You should have lured him with a sock.
It won't work when there's food. He's not interested in sock. Yeah, food first,
Okay.
sock second. So.
All right. Well, I am collecting the names, Ranger.
Okay. Oh, so what do we want to do tonight? It's Thanksgiving. I have a bad feeling about this. What voice should I do tonight? Last week we did Kermit. I actually did Kermit Taken again for your pleasure. Yee. What are we thinking for what we should do for the shout outs? Anything on your brain there, Loki or Finn?
What could be a good Thanksgiving voice?
Pee Wee Herman. It's a picture of me without my bike. Mickey Mouse.
I was a fan of your Skeletor, but I know
I was
again.
a fan of the Skeletor.
Okay, we'll do Skeletor again. Swedish Chef.
I was gonna say Swedish Chef might be the other one for Thanksgiving.
It's
if he's
Thanksgiving,
cooking,
and we might have to do Swedish Chef here. So okay, we'll do Swedish Chef.
so he can cook.
Yeah,
'cause,
it's a cooking thing. All right, let me know when it's in there, and then I'll do that.
Okay, give me 1 second here. Grab this.
He-Man. You bumbling idiots! No.
Okay. Grab this. All right, and
Now, when I do the Swedish Chef, here's the deal. You have to turn on your closed caption below YouTube, because when I do the Swedish Chef voice, that's the best way to see and interpret the words that I'm using. So that's just pretty much what you're going to have to do here. So
I don't know if they have it on the live version though. That's the thing.
I don't know.
You have
Okay.
on the play. If you're watching it on replay, definitely turn on your closed captions. I don't think they have it for the live.
Ronan says Foghorn Leghorn. I said, boy, but that boy's scarier than a bag of rocks. All right. So Swedish Chef for the Thanksgiving celebration. The celebration. The sickest to the ickiest. You want to talk it up with the old boy Rick James there, Loki? I'll offer you a truce. All right. Here we go. Swedish Chef. Bark, bark, bark. Und in the certain outen or the celebration of the 4th anniversary of the SWGOH, and in the slogan in the celebration, and in the skewers, the pickling, in the skewers, pickling, and in the naming of the two skewers. On we starting with the Sukumomo, and in the boom in the box, the ZB on the ZB, Contingent 33. Dr. Raven, Tinny Toons, T. Dixie Jonic, Eeyore Larson Taylor, or Dingy Chicken, Fidelity Vito, and John G. Green, or Chicago, Easton House and Swooger, Jason Hoover, Johnny Moran, Dover for the Duty, or his old name in her difficult, or Lego Galleries on the Lorded Megatron, made a dogging. Mazikanarin, Ninja Chicken, in Ginger, in Ginger, Mazikanarin, Nathan H. No, Obito, Uchichiria, Uchi Dumpling, Rosinanzu, Runin Z, SG Vermooks, the Spanish name, right? The Lagarda, or name. Shadow Vale and Silver Fox, and one is the Canadian, only the Canadian, Gunugan, Skywalker Vaden, and Visit Woodist in 7-3, and Wolf of Felon, and she what is more name, what is your border? Rute, Zigal, Dijur, and the Norton Mirren. Oh, good, celebrating the turkey. Bark, bark. There you go.
So everyone can have a fun time identifying which one of their names was said. Because he did say all of them, of everyone that typed celebrate correctly, CELEBRATE, but you guys get to identify which one was yours.
Mm-hmm.
They were alphabetical, so I'll give you that much of a hint.
That's
So
not
if you
gonna
can
help.
identify
Yeah.
one,
Yeah, that's okay.
they're alphabetized by your YouTube name though. So if you use symbols like DJ or Nightmare, yours will be towards the end. So CBO said he heard mine. Obi just said my name was said.
Or was
You
it?
believe your name was said.
Oh, but
All right.
Chia. There you go. Shout outs to everybody on the chat. There you go. All right. Let's do some Q&A. And then after this, we're going to do some GAC with Finn. Oh, my God. It's going to be delicious.
All right. So let's see. Oh, I might do mine a little later too. So if you want to do yours first, that's fine. I was planning on doing mine.
I don't see thing anywhere, so I'll probably save mine for tomorrow because I tell
got
Finn
it.
that
Yeah, I might have a little break before I do my GACs.
Sure.
So, all right. So first question, Ryan Hernandez de la Garda. Question: why are so many players afraid of Cam mission, yet their clone and shock tees are relic ready? And we have access to Cam Discord channel with great pep that could help guides to them. So let's get Cam.
Mainly because RNG can be a fickle mistress and she can screw you on that mission. Loki, can you talk about this?
I mean, in my guild, we have numerous players with Relic 7 modded up, crit avoidance arrows, what have you. And that mission... along with the Nexu mission is just, it's so RNG dependent. The opener basically tells you if you're going to win or not. So I mean, if you get the double burn opener from Django, you ain't going to win. I don't care if you're Relic 7 with 6 A mods. It just doesn't happen because RNG didn't want you to have it. It's frustrating because you would think if you have a maxed out Shock T and Clone Squad, and you got them arena modded, offense in the right place, crit avoidance arrows everywhere. You should have like a 90% success rate. And no, you're still at about 50-50, and it's all dependent on that opener. And it's really hard to recover. If you lose 5s too soon, or if you don't stand your ground 5s while he has the, whatever the buff is, the trample buff, right, or the debuff, there's still a bug where your clones will get negative protection, and there's so many factors with that match, and it's super frustrating because you do all this time to remod, and you go in, and you're still not even at a 90% win rate. It's terrible, and Nexu's pretty bad too. I don't know if you had a chance to mess with that one, but yeah, that's almost like it's 10% you're going to win. It doesn't matter if you're Galactic Republic's Relic 7, 6E, 6A mods, super healthy, crit avoidance arrows, whatever you want to call it. It's RNG. I mean, if you lose one tune in the first phase and you're going to go up against Nexu and he whips his tail a bunch of times, you're going to lose. That's just what happens. So, maybe the mod thing helps, or maybe Relic 8 helps. They mentioned that, but I think that's why people are disenchanted with the Cam mission because one, I mean, Cam is not Jedi Knight Luke caliber, and then 2, you got to spend all that time to remod, and then 3, you're praying to RNGesus that you're gonna clear it. So it's stressful for most, I think.
There you go. We did have a donation from Thane Cairo. Says, I'm thankful for the new leadership in SWGOH. There you go. Thane, we were thinking about doing my GAC tonight. If you're down for that, if you're available, please let us know. We'll get you in the call and we'll go do GAC. We'll do mine first and then give Finn a break. And then Finn can jump on and do his GAC. Let me know either in the chat or message me in Discord and we'll rock and roll so that way we can all celebrate Thanksgiving tomorrow and just chill. Let me know what you think, brother. Thane, message me.
The other thing I'll say too about Cam really quick. Cam just isn't exciting.
He's not.
He was more exciting when he was released, and then you realize you could not get him for months. You know what that means? I don't give a crap about Cam, flat out, right? There are so many other Jedi now that are better than what Cam is, and Cam is good, but do you realize what Jedis they've released? Sorry, I shouldn't say Jedis. Do you realize what Jedi they have released since Cam? they released freaking Jedi Knight Luke and Jedi Master Luke. Like, Cam is just one of those characters that they introduced into Territory Wars that had a kit that seemed fun, that is outdated by the time that anybody was able to get him. Like, it is what it is. You can try to throw him into teams with Qui-Gon and all these other things, but Cam is just, he's outdated. They released him poorly. You did not get Cam in a reasonable amount of time to make it worthwhile. Compare that to Watt, right? Where Watt, people were getting fairly quickly, and he was viable at 3 stars. So you could get him unlocked and then use him, and it was fine. Cam has unfortunately been released in such a poor way in a territory battle that is released once a month in a light side territory battle that most people are just straight up deploying because the waves are just too difficult, right?
Finn, you know when Cam was exciting?
Cam was exciting when I saw his kit initially, and then realized that was it.
You know when Cam was exciting? In Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, when the clones shot him.
Yeah.
That was exciting.
I mean, that's the problem with Cam. Cam was released in such a poor manner. The luster of trying to get him and the excitement of trying to get him into your kit and working with him with Jedi and stuff, it's just over. I just don't care. It's better to have him than not. You're right, Nightmare, but I honestly don't care.
I mean, I've got him. I mean, but he's just sitting there at 4 stars.
I honestly do not care if Cam is in my roster or not.
Yeah.
Like, I don't use the rest of my Jedi. I mean, some people like Adastra have a deep Jedi roster, so they might be able to find a use
that's
for
kind
him.
of an outlier. I mean,
I know she is, but that's my point, is that the teams that you're using with Cam, right? We were talking about this on Jedi Academy, right? On Jedi Academy, we talked about a team that involved potentially Cam, and I think we came up with characters like Qui-Gon, like Kanan and Ezra, right? And they work. But I'm not really investing a whole lot into those characters right now. There are much better characters that I would invest in before I invest in like Qui-Gon now. So I just think they did a very poor job of releasing Cam. I'll just say in general, I think they did a very poor job with Lightside GeoTV.
It's been
Lightside GeoTV in general was a poor release.
Yeah,
that's an unwinnable final state right off the bat. Like, even if you perfect everything, it is unmasterable right at the bat. Like, you can't get max stars. We don't have enough ships in the game. We need like double the ship GP. We needed like 50% more character GP. It was just a poor released game mode.
It was.
And Cam is just unfortunately one of the consequences of that. So.
Well, Meow Meow says deep, like how deep? Well, Meow Meow, how deep do you want me to go? I mean, I'll go as deep as you want, Meow Meow. I mean, I'm not ashamed to admit that I'll go as deep as you need. You know, I'm here for you, Meow Meow. I hope you understand that I'm here for you, Miss Lurker, who at 3 o'clock in the morning when I'm relicking the character somehow, some way is awake and says, "Go on." It's terrifying. She did it to me the other day. I was like, no, how does she do it? Oh, we just got another couple donations. We had one from Think Kyrell, $2, says, wrong Finn. Remon asked for a chase character. Well, we don't care what Remon thinks. And CBO97 with $5. My military brother. Happy Thanksgiving to you, my friend. Says, happy Thanksgiving to RSG and the skewers. Salute to you, sir. She goes, what? I randomly wake up. Yeah, so you say. Like you're targeting me every time.
You don't randomly wake up when you only take cat naps.
Mm-hmm.
Silly cat.
She's always there, man. It's unbelievable. Like I've
she's cat napping. She's a cat. That's what she does.
Man, she's a cat woman.
She's awake she sleeps for 5 minutes, wakes up 1 minute.
You're right, Finn.
And then sees everything.
You're right. God damn it, you're right, Finn. I can't argue with your logic. All right, next.
Okay. Next question. Nathan H. What is your favorite Star Wars Guild moment? For me, it was probably beating Heroic Sith for the first time.
I think a lot of people's is. Getting that first victory was pretty nice.
So all the victories were a good thing, right? I still say to me, my favorite moment is kind of like the fail moment. And I mentioned this a lot on the stream at the time. It is Heroic Sith related. It's phase 1. Phase 1 of tier 6 of Heroic Sith Raid. A team that works out really well is Barris lead with 4 Jawas. You can get a lot of damage in tier 6 with a Barris lead and 4 Jawas. And that was at a time when everyone was like, well, you have to use Jedi. Like, everyone was using their Jedi Training Ray, right? Jedi Training Ray, phase 1, we need 20 people to try and get, like, their 5%. That was the big thing, right? You had to try and do that. Or you needed 50 people to do, like, 2%, but it depended how many people you had. We went into the first time of tier 7, and that Barris with Jawas completely fails because Nihilus does not have near as much health as he does in tier 7 as he does tier 6. So the damage that you get from the detonators is not enough to overcome the protection. So the Barris Jawa team completely failed when we went in for the first time in tier 7. And it made me it was awful and made me laugh at the same time. And it is still my favorite moment of us doing the raid because there was first off, we're actually using the Jawas, right? It was like, we finally found a use for the Jawas. And then the first time we used it is just complete fail in tier 7. So that was my favorite, like, guild moment. It just happened to be a fun fail. And made me laugh. And then we were able to beat it afterwards once we kind of dropped that from the strategy. But yeah, that was mine.
All right.
Loki, what about yours?
Loki's doing magic stuff. Don't bother him.
No, I'm not. I'm doing Grand Arena right now.
Okay, well, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, Galactic War.
Okay.
No, I think I was most excited when I unlocked General Kenobi. I think that was that was good. That was right in the middle of tournaments, and I remember fighting. I mean, a lot of the big players back in the day, like Skycrack and I remember Chris Chaos. We were climbing together, you get to the very top and you're fighting these Wigs General Kenobi teams with Chirrut and Baze, just hilarious times. But General Kenobi to me is still, man, that character is still good. And that kit is timeless. Even though it's an old kit, it's
still one of the best kits in the game.
It's one of the best kits in the game. So they did really good. Whoever the designer of that tune was, my hat's off to you because it stood the test of time. Raid Han's one of the other ones, I guess. So I mean,
so good.
Anytime unlocking a raid character, it always feels good, right?
It does.
Especially you 7-star it and
I tell you, for me though, it was the Darth Revan event because that's my favorite character in SWGOH, right? But then Malik right afterwards, and I had a sneaky suspicion, so I had all the stuff ready for my characters and had them ready to go. And then when we got to the Malik event, can we have a moment of silence for all the suffering and pain that I have gone through for all these goddamn events over the last 5 years? Let's recap, shall we? We had the Thrawn event, 6+ hours of me suffering. We had the Chewie event, 6+ hours of me suffering. We had the Malik event, 6+ hours of me suffering. We had gas. 18+ hours of me suffering for your viewing pleasure. So I stand before you broken and bitter, because those events molested me in a way that I don't like to talk about unless I'm with my therapist. So, yee. Really good stuff. All right, continue on, Finnadoodle.
Okay. Let's see. Next question. Icehouse SWGOH, best moment was finally beating the Heroic Sith for the first time. So you put that too. Yep. Nathan H. Question. Which character other than Mace would you want to get a rework? For me, it would be Leia.
That's a great question. Who do we think needs a rework?
Character that needs a
The biggest one we always said was Darth Vader, right? And they gave it to him. They're all pretty solid after. I mean, besides Mace. I mean, let's just be Frank, the Jedi in general need like a mass overhaul because, my God, they're
Really?
awful.
They have
Illuminara.
two of the best. I mean, they have so
I'm talking.
many
I'm
Jedi.
talking.
Not
Okay, so
all
let me
of them
say
have
this.
to be
Okay,
good.
let me clarify. The Galactic Republic Jedi.
Okay.
I'm talking about. You know who I'm talking about, Finn.
I know who you're talking
yeah.
about, but there's like a solid Galactic Republic team, and
They're
there's
not-
a solid, like two
I know,
solid
but
Jedi
it ain't
teams.
involving the goddamn Jedi. It ain't involving Mace.
No,
it
they're-
ain't involving Luminara. It ain't involving. It ain't involving Qui-Gon. It ain't involving Heathcliff. It ain't involving I'm a Gundy. It ain't involving Plo Koon. And we go down the list of those poor bastards that are just sitting there like, nope. So I think they need a little bit. And I think Savage. I know that's your favorite character, Finn, but I think he needs a big overhaul. I mean, his kid is just poop.
I mean, Maul needs it.
Maul
I mean,
needs it too, man. We need a new Maul.
that dude's. But I mean, that dude's such a good character, right? I mean, he was such a. He's so
Maul
important.
is like everyone's. I think a lot of people's favorite character from the prequel trilogy, because Maul was just awesome.
Well, even in episode 7, I don't think you've seen it, Finn. The Maul fight with Ahsoka.
Oh yeah,
My God, my Laney boner exploded. I'm not gonna lie.
that's another one that needs a rework. Is Ahsoka, man.
Oh my God, that fight.
Fulcrum needs a big rework.
Oh my
man.
God,
She's way too important now to the series than ever.
And she's about to be really, really big. We know what's coming up this week in Mando.
Imagine
when the
if
title says the Jedi. I wonder who will show up for this episode. Finn, any thoughts?
Qui-Gon.
No, he's dead.
Yeah, but a Jedi never dies. They come back.
He's not a Jedi. Come on.
Well, you think you're some kind of Jedi waving your hand around, Finn?
So,
like Maul
Savage-
needs like a scoundrel tag, man. If that dude had a scoundrel tag, I mean, they could easily rework him.
the interesting thing, though, so I do love Savage, right? But my biggest thing is it would give a rework to Savage and IPD, which would be a rework to Massive Damage. The concept of massive damage is just useless right now. Yeah. And I think both IPD and Savage need that. Because they used to be two really fun characters to use. But now they're just kind of useless. So if it was just like a mechanic change, that's what I would do. If I'm looking at a character, we mentioned this before. Darth Sidious being needed for Sith Eternal Emperor. That character needs a rework.
Yeah, I agree.
Sidious freaking took on Maul and Savage. Like
he took on the Jedi.
He took on the Jedi. Like he freaking Maul in like the original
treason,
Clone Wars
then.
was insane, and Sidious in this just kind of
You have
sucks.
become a great threat to me.
So I think
fucked him
Sidious needs a rework as bad as Maul.
I'm not going to kill you.
Not Maul, as much as Mace. I think Mace and Sidious need a rework. I agree, Maul needs one too, but I would much rather just have a new Mechano Maul instead of bringing
Maul and Savage need a synergy. Like when you put them
do.
both on the same team.
They do.
That's a given. Like they need to call each other to assist. They need to do everything they did when they were fighting Sidious. I think that'd be a great start. And they need to redefine massive damage, like what you said. Is it an instant kill or is it massive damage? Like, Sith Eternal Emperor, right, does massive damage with his after he comes out of Ultimate and he does his AOE shock, right? That's massive damage. It does say instantly defeat, but it still says massive special damage or something like that, right? So they need to do over 99. They need
to add another 9 on there, basically.
Just
add another
over 9,000?
Yeah, they need to do something with it. I mean, those tunes, IPD sacrifices himself and just does a little lick of damage. That's not...
Boy, what's this about only doing 4,500 damage?
That was actually one of the nice things about my last GAC, because all my bottom fluff, I'm just facing people that are like Gear 11 and Gear 12. We actually managed to use IPD to beat a team. We finally got to use.
Shock me at the slightest.
We used IPD explosion to kill someone. It's like the first time in a huge amount of time. It was a cleanup on like the third attack or something because he went heavy on defense, but we used it And I think it was Nest. If I remember correctly, we used IPD to kill a worn down Nest. And it was like the first time in so long. It was awesome.
From
So-
my point of view, the Jedi are evil. Shut up, Anakin. No one likes you. All right, next question.
Next question. What else 73? Favorite time in the game was unlocking CLS and then Jedi Knight Luke, then Jedi Master Luke. Other favorite time is too many RSG streams to count and or lists of fun times.
Salute to you, good sir. What else in 3? Been a long time viewer. We appreciate you, brother.
Yes. Utah. Question. Being a fan, Ahsoka fan, I enjoyed when they brought Fulcrum in the game.
Yes, but then they...
She was
Yeah.
good for a little time there.
Yeah.
For a little bit of time, she was pretty good on a CLS team, and then,
I'm
quickly
no
faded out.
Jedi.
Ice House for Ranger. Have you been able to take down Galactic Legend Rey in 3v3 with Jedi Master Luke? If so, what comp?
No. Okay, I'll quantify this as yes, but I had to use my Rey first and then clean up with Luke. Luke is always a good cleanup for either Kylo or Rey, but it's not ideal. But I always keep him in my back pocket just in case some boo-boo stuff, happens in the first round where like Rey's left or something, then I go in there and just speed his ass up and get medieval on her ass. But it's still not ideal because she can still get into her ultimate and all that other bullshit. So more for Kylo. I would say Luke is more for Kylo. I think Loki can back me up on this. When it comes to Kylo Ren, Luke is a hard counter to Kylo Ren. But for Rey, it's 50-50. You're flipping a coin. It depends on how fast
Did you say
can hit.
Jedi Master Luke or Jedi Knight Luke?
Jedi Knight Luke.
Oh, yeah. Jedi Knight Luke is tough against
Wait, did he say?
What was it?
No,
Was it
he
Jedi
says
Master?
Jedi Master Luke.
Oh, Jedi Master Luke. I thought you said Jedi Knight.
Jedi Master Luke.
Oh.
That's what I thought I said. If I said Knight, I apologize.
Yeah,
thought I
Jedi
said
Master Luke can
Master.
easily handle Rey. That's.
in what, in 3v3,
Oh
right?
yeah, 3v3, absolutely, yeah. But I'm fine with Rey. If you don't have Rey or another Galactic Legend to take her out, she's a goddamn nightmare. And we're going to see that here in my JC here in a little bit. When I get Thane on the call, I send him the information. Thane, get your monkey ass in here so he can rock and roll. But we're going to see this in action because Rey's a monster on 3v3. She really is nasty. I mean, she really is. And the guy I'm facing tonight did Rey with Han and Chewie, so I'm mirror matching that. Christ, man, I hate that fight, dude. It's such a pain in the ass, dude. Ugh, this is why I drink bourbon. And then next we shall go to the next question for our pleasure from Finity. Finity, what is the next question, please? You little
Okay.
hyper meme.
Next question from Billy Gunn. Question: Just got Jedi Master Luke and
Congrats.
struggling versus some Rey teams. My Jedi Master Luke is only Relic 5, but there is a certain kill order I'm missing on a standard Rey team.
Yeah, because one, it's Relic 5. You ain't killing no Relic 7 Rey with a Relic 5 Luke. And typically the team that I use to beat Rey is Jedi Knight Revan lead with Luke. You're not, unless you're using Want as your 5th for the Luke team, you're not beating Rey. Because she's going to go into ultimate and she's going to wear you down. And even on defense. So with Jedi Knight Revan, you can pick apart the team and break them down. With Jedi Master Luke, if you're not using Want, you got no chance. Because he can't get to his ultimate fast enough. She's going to hit you really, really hard. Between Saber Storm, like you have one free get out of jail card with Revan lead. But if you have Luke lead, you have one free get out of free jail card, and it's pretty awful because once she goes in ultimate, you know someone's going to die. They're going to die horribly. Even with like Yoda in there, giving the health and protection back, it's pretty brutal. So just be aware.
Okay. Next question. The Engineer. Question: What character could or should be released as a Malik-like event?
Dr. Finn, Medicine Woman.
Huh.
I don't know.
I think with the way they're going, in
No spoilers.
probably 2 seasons, the child with the name.
No, it's not going to be that. I have a name, but I can't say what the name would be. It's from Mando, and we'll leave it at that. So I have a pretty good idea of what they could do.
I still think it's going to be a named child, but
It could be, but
At that point, he'll have his
I can
name
say
or
this
whatever.
is not a spoiler. The child does not grow up in season 2, so it's still he does the
Yeah.
funniest shit ever. I really love the child now because he does the most outrageous, funniest shit I've ever seen. Look, have you seen Mando up to? Are you caught up on Mando?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh yeah, the child's is ridiculous. I mean, the shit he pulls off this season is just retarded. It's unbelievable. I can't wait for episode 5. Oh, it's so good. You know, Finn's gonna scream like a little girl.
My
Right,
my Fridays now are Mando Fridays
Yep.
and mod slicing on Fridays. Like that's what I look forward to now, is getting that piece to go to 6E, right, or whatever. That's my Fridays, man. That's it.
And then watching SOS streams on your
Watching
bathtub or your
SOS,
bed.
right, to tie me over a little bit, and then then Mando, and then slice your mods. That's it. Sad.
Obito, it's not sad. That sounds like a good Friday. Obito,
Good to me.
question: what happened with the Chimera and Grandmaster Yoda event again? Okay.
Oh boy.
So the Chimera,
Quib notes.
they had
Finn.
originally required you to have like the Phantom, the Ghost, what was it? I think it was Biggs, and then 2 other Rebel ships, right? So you had to like farm specific Rebel ships in order to do it. Then there was a bug in the second release of the Chimera where I think you could use just like any ship. I don't even think it was just restricted to Rebels, if I remember correctly. It might have just been it might have been restricted to Rebels, and then you could use like Wedge and stuff. I can't remember 100%, but they just straight up changed the requirements for that one. And then they came out with a post saying that there was a bug and we're not going to change it. We're just going to leave it with the bug. So then the third event came around and they just left it. And so working on the ships that you needed over the Chimera event just became useless after the first one. I thought it was a really, really stupid thing that they did because it basically just negated the work that people put in their first one. It would also honestly be a reason for people to get refunds, which is why I'm even more surprised that they did it this way, because you literally changed the requirements after the first time because of a bug and then didn't fix it. So it was all just really bad at the time. The Grandmaster Yoda thing, however, that one was a lot of people just complaining that the event was too hard, and it really wasn't. You had to just get the proper sequence, because you guys might not really care so much now because we have such overpowered Jedi and everything, but it used to be that you had to get a specific sequence around Grandmaster Yoda. It used to be Grandmaster Yoda and like 2 other Jedi, and you needed to get the right Jedi in there in order to make your life easier, because if you got certain ones, it would just be too difficult.
It is awful.
I same thing I do with all the events. So like if you followed me when I did like the gas event, for example, I will experiment with different things to get like speeds and make sure I understand the abilities and play around with turn orders before I actually do serious attempts. And so usually for a lot of these, even though my streams may take like 6 hours, I only have like 2 hours of actual serious attempts because most of the other time I'm just kind of experimenting. Well, I did the same thing back in the day with Grandmaster Yoda, experimented for a long time and tried to figure out what the correct sequence was and what characters I was using and what you needed to do. I put together this whole freaking guide that was supposed to make this all so much easier. Grande read the guide and did the event, and it became easier afterwards. And like 5 hours after I posted this on the Reddit, CG came out and basically said, well, we've heard you guys say that the event is too difficult, so we've made it easier. It's like, wait, what? And it became so much easier. Like, you didn't need anything. You just went in there and you just, like, straight up killed Grandmaster Yoda. Like, it was ridiculously easier compared to what it was. And it really wasn't that hard. It was really the first challenge that we had in the game, and literally just people just crying over it got it to
I was very
easier.
proud that I beat that before they made the changes. Because
I was proud I beat it before I did.
375 tries, but I did do it.
So that's what the Grandmaster Yoda thing was. Is basically they kind of caved to a bunch of people just complaining it was too hard.
Finn,
honestly, it really wasn't.
Do you think that I should have been woke to the fact that I was in for a lot of pain moving forward from that point after 375 attempts to unlock something that was going to be my destiny in this game with the events that we've been doing.
Yes.
Oh, you son of a bitch! You didn't tell me. All right,
Well,
next
because
question.
you brute force everything.
I'm the guinea pig, and I wear that badge proudly.
You like straight up like brute force and like try to like punch your way through every
That's
single
right.
event. That's pretty much it.
And then Finn, the mad scientist over there's like, yes, let me calculate here. Rangers potato.
Yeah,
Stupid.
I literally like look at the like per
He
meter
looks at what
bars
I'm
and I put it onto Photoshop to calculate the percentages to try and figure out like how much speed it is and adjust. It's like, yeah, that's the way Finn does it.
I'm
like,
the guy that
it.
wells out and tries to beat the event and get my ass kicked, and the Finn's like, yeah, free to play. Let me do this real quick. I did it in two turns. Finn's Ranger's a dumbass.
All right, next
question.
Next question. It actually is, on a side note, it is one of the things I love seeing in GAC, which is how much some people have spent in like relics on their droids to get gas. Right? I did it with 2 relics. I've said this before. I did, and some people have done it with less.
I did it with 1.
But I did it with a relic 5 B1 and a relic 5 Kenobi. That's it. Everything else was gear 12. And so my GP doesn't end up being too crazy.
Because I'm stupid. Because it took me 18 plus hours. So there you go. Don't
you had more than 2 relics?
Nope. We did phase 4 with only a relic Asajj. We didn't have.
Yeah, I'm saying 2 total relics for the entire thing. I only had 1 relic.
We did relic Kenobi. So we beat phase 2, but then we got to phase 4. Remember, I had a gear 11 B2.
Yeah.
So I'm stupid. So there we go.
But yeah, so like some people when I face them in GAC, they have like such high droid relics. It's just like, yeah, they went in pretty high for gas.
Yeah.
Well, the rest of their roster, they're facing me in GAC, so no, it's not like Loki. Loki's roster is balanced at the higher end. These are unfortunately not.
These are the days of our lives. All right, next question.
Let's see. Next question. Jason Hobby. Question, not a question, but wanted to say thank you to Ranger and Finn for 4.5 years of viewing and listening pleasure. I appreciate all you give to the community, and I am thankful to listen.
Thank you for the kind
words. We are
words.
happy to have you listening as well,
yes,
Jason.
Indeed.
Long-time listener, too, with
yes, he
Jason
is.
Hobby.
Yes.
What else? 73 question. If Finn is like a brother to you, does that mean Julie is like a close cousin for you, too?
No, because I don't have fringe benefits, so no, that doesn't work. No. She's like a distant cousin that I don't even know. Science. Next question.
I'm not going to go in there. Okay.
Hey, you asked a question. I'm just being honest.
What else 73 asked it. Your question led to more questions needing to be asked, but I'm not going to do it. Nathan H. Question for the panel. What is your favorite RSG commercial? I like the Kermie one the most.
I think Kermie's my favorite. Drevin X is pretty good too. I think that was the funniest one I think I remember besides Kermie.
That one's good.
Yeah, Drevin X was really good because we had Urgis in there going, "Oh God, Darth Revan! Oh God, the money!"
My favorite one is still the one we did with Urban, the Short Trooper Training Academy.
Yeah, I forgot about the Short
Trooper Training Camp is my favorite one. Urban is a lot of fun. Like Loki was saying, Urban is awesome. If you guys haven't checked out Urban, longtime friend of RSG and all of us.
Fantastic.
He is just a lot of fun. Honestly, just like a genuine, just plays the game however the hell he wants. We've told him before not to relic characters because it's going to change his mind. He doesn't care. He's relicking Garth Saxophone. He's relicking Lando.
I'm relicking 5 Lando.
Yep. Urban plays by his own beat. And it just makes for a lot more fun.
It's
so
fantastic.
I love Urban for that. I do the same thing. Our beats are different, but it doesn't matter. It's just everyone plays the way they want. Ouchie, question. My favorite memory, going from forum mod to forum band, being a guild leader for Gist, the best standalone guild ever since guild started, and the plus 25% bonus packs that CG tried to pass off. That triangle plus 25% has lasted a long time. That was definitely an interesting marketing ploy, and has since been kind of passed around. But yeah.
All right, next question.
Let's see. Next one. Hashtagger. This one's for you, Ranger. I know you answered this, but hashtagger says it in the question. He says, some of us came in late and would love to hear more of Star Wars lore. Can that be a series? Could you interview players that no longer play?
I'm not
SWGOH lore, not just Star Wars lore.
No, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to do Star Wars lore. So it was requested of me today. I had a lot of people, and Grim brought this up, that really want me to do more of the lore video series. I stopped doing it. It just didn't get as much traction. But then again, the people that really watched it really love it and watch it repeatedly. And I've had people tell me that their kids love listening to it and stuff. So yeah, I'm going to do more of the lore stuff, but not the SWGOH lore stuff. So it's just going to be lore for the characters that are related to that are in the game or should be in the game, that kind of stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna do it again. So I'll try to be more consistent with it. But it's a lot of work and a lot of time to research and refresh my mind on the lore and to be consistent with what I'm saying. So it's a lot of work for like a couple hundred views. It's a lot. So, but if you guys really want me to do it, for those that are really consistent and will watch it a lot, I'll do it. You know, that's what we do here.
Okay. Let's see. Next question. RSG Vormax. Would you guys be so kind and tell us the tragedy of Lord Skunk for old players who don't know that story, and new players that were not around? Also, don't forget to do the basic moments.
Jesus Christ. Thank you, Vormax. You're a piece of crap. God damn it.
We don't have to go through the whole thing.
I'll do it real quick. So, Lord Skunk, original YouTuber. It was Tiny Grimes. It was Lord Skunk. And what was the one guy that spent a lot of money? Alon. And then it was Merlin. Merlin was from Team Instinct. So back in the day, Skunks formed this coalition with Team Instinct. Merlin was a part of that. He was also a big part of how the guilds formed. We have to give him props because he worked with the Excel spreadsheets with Remon to form all the guilds back in the day that were part of Team Skunk. Team Instinct was its own thing.
No, Skunk didn't do anything.
No, Skunk didn't do a damn thing. So, but he was the face. He was the voice. And then, like, February, March of 2016, guilds formed. And Skunk, being the piece of crap that he is, we started seeing his dark side come out in a way that just started pissing us off. I was one of the first ones that really went against him. Let me refresh. Team Instinct broke away immediately. They're like, we ain't dealing with this piece of crap. And then Skunk did something on the forums, and I basically called him out and said, I'm not joining you in your stupidity. And then Finn and Lampshade said, you know, because he wanted me to be kicked out of the guild, and Finn and Lampshade said no. And then Skunk kicked the whole guild out of the Team Skunk Alliance. And then it just progressively got worse and worse.
He didn't want you kicked out. He wanted me kicked out.
He wanted me kicked out because you wouldn't kick me out.
No.
The way I understood it.
You are confused on the events there.
So I wrote in the forums that Skunk could take a hike.
You wrote on the forums. That was different. He was upset with you, but he didn't ask to get kicked. He didn't ask you to get kicked. He asked Lampshade to kick me from Psy because he heard that I was saying bad things about him, and I have said bad things about him in the Discord, in his own Discord, which he is never there. No. Like, I helped more people in the Team Skunk Discord than he did. So he had asked Lampshade to kick me out of the guild. And Lampshade said no. Then Skunk asked Lampshade to at least demote me from officer. Lampshade said no. And then he proceeded to kick Psy out of Team Skunk.
Yeah, see, Remon told me that the reason that all transpired was because of my post on the forums, or that he had told Remon to tell you guys, because I remember he had a conversation with Remon.
Remon got himself involved in a very bad way.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie.
Poor Remon. He was
Remon was just trying to help keep everything together.
I know. We kept telling him, like, dude.
He made what I think was, it's still, I love Remon, but it was just one of those moments. Remon made a mistake in saying something when I was angry. and people were listening in Discord as I basically kind of
You undressed him.
pointed out all the ways he was wrong for
No,
about 45
Finn,
minutes.
that's the maddest I've ever heard Finn. He undressed his ass, man. I was like, yeah.
Because Remon was just trying to, he was trying to help the skunk
He
stuff
really
save
was.
face over. I understand what Remon is doing.
Yeah.
He just did not pick the right sword to kind of fall on in this case. But yeah, so what Skunk wanted me kicked out of the guild for doing something that I really didn't do while I was sleeping, and Lampshade said no, and that kicked out. But the problem with Skunk really wasn't all that. That's just how Psy kind of got separated from it, and that's why RSG still has Psy. We were Team Skunk Psy. We're RSG Psy for that reason. But the main thing with Skunk that was always the problem is that he would take credit for what other people did. Like Skunk
horribly.
really did nothing original.
Not a damn thing.
All the stuff that he did was largely on the Skunk Reddit posted by other people like Grande, like Remon. There was I'm trying to remember. I think Flobafett had a bunch of stuff on there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if Stu posted a lot of stuff on there, but I know Stu was a lot more active in the Discord than Skunk was. I don't know. There's a whole bunch of people in the community. Community people would paste a lot of stuff in the Reddit to help everyone, and Skunk would kind of take credit for it as his own, and it became a problem later on. And that's when people realized, like, Skunk really didn't know what he was doing in terms of the game, but it was just that Skunk he was a promoter. He was a salesperson. That's what he does, and he did it well. If it wasn't for his personality kind of being ass, it would have been better. But that's the story behind Skunk. Skunk basically, people realized what his personality was, and it ultimately came through, and it just, people were turned off by some of the things that Skunk did. And Skunk started turning against his own, like, Team Skunk community slowly, because he had an ego that was unable for him to take any kind of criticism. And so he faltered because of it. So that's ultimately the story of Skunk. Yeah. So what else 73 basically said it correctly. Ranger just gave some of the details, particularly how it affected like us because our guild got kicked out. We weren't even the first guild really that got kicked out. Stu's guild with well, I should say a large part of the original Alpha and I think Delta and some of Beta had left and formed another one, which you may see in some of the original RSG videos. They were called like the Rebel Base. So we were part of that. The Rebel Base was a bunch of people in Team Skunk guilds that had left because of Skunk. And so you'll see Rebel Base in some of the original RSG videos. And if you're wondering what that is what the Rebel Base is. The Rebel Base was the kind of a conglomerate of guilds that formed as a result of those that left the Skunk Alliance. Well before the Psy Alliance left. We just kind of never really associated with Skunk afterwards, and then they kicked us out, so it became a different thing. So, yeah, that's just a bunch of drama. So to the other question I was asking about, like a SWGOH lore thing, Tagger. This is why we probably won't, because it's just a bunch of drama. Like the history of SWGOH, I mean, we have fun in the game, and we might be able to do like lore of different events, but otherwise, it's just a bunch of drama. And unless you guys like really want to know something, there's really no point in talking about it. We are so well beyond Skunk now. It's just like, who the hell cares? Skunk came back for like a little time period and tried to join Alpha and failed and left. I mean, that's kind of the history of it. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's see. Where is the next question?
Aha! I have found the buddy.
Oh, the white Wookiee.
I had to trick him with a treat, so I don't know how long he'll be here, but he's gonna get some love, and then he's got a little bone here he can get. So there's the buddy.
It's the white Wookiee.
Say hi, buddy.
He is a white Wookiee.
Yeah, lick your lips.
Mm-hmm.
All right, next question.
All right. Next question is from Nightmare. Question, Infinity, are you still working on a pillar system video for new players? I have players in guilds that are looking for direction, and I don't know I should tell them to go for Phoenix or Geostorm. I am looking into it. I'm actually working on a bunch of notes to record something closer to the end of December for the beginning of the year. I have a few videos. I've been delayed a little bit. I've been trying to stream a little bit more just because of the holidays. But it's I have a few SWGOH videos that I'm working on first, and a couple of SOS videos, and then it's the pillar system. So, okay. Next question, Nathan H. Question: how was Julie first introduced? What was that like?
Oh my god!
It was just that she wanted to make an appearance. She kind of came out of nowhere and surprised everyone. That was pretty much it. I don't think there was much else to it. It wasn't really planned at all. She just kind of hijacked the stream a little bit. So, yeah. Nathan H. Question: what was your worst gearing or Zeta decision? When I first started playing, I thought it would be a good idea to gear Luminara.
Oh, that's pretty bad. I can't remember one that I had that was bad. I mean, having to do Rose was pretty awful, but we've done some stuff for charity, right? But that was for charity. I don't know.
If it's for charity, I'm not including it. Yeah. I would say, okay, this one comes up a lot, so I'll say it. I did gear up, although I did not recommend it to anybody else. I did gear up Ugnaught, thinking he would be good for heroic AAT. He was useful in phase 3 of heroic AAT, but that was about it. Old Ben lead with Ugnaught was actually quite useful. But yeah, Ugnaught was maybe the only gear, but there was no Zeta really associated with it. There was some gear, but it wasn't even a high level gear. It was only gear 11, so that's pretty much it. It wasn't too bad after. I've been kind of, I work on all the characters, so I really don't have any that I really don't like. Even my Jedi Consular Finn is kind of like an intentional vanity, so I don't feel bad about it at all. Loki, what about you? Your worst Zeta or gear?
Oh, I got a bunch of them, man. I did Luminara. She was like, I did her Zeta because of Ahsoka Tano Fulcrum, and then they nerfed it.
Yeah.
Because she gains her leader gave the hots when she gains a bunch of buffs, and that's what Ahsoka did. So there was a time I had a bunch of hots on her and a bunch of buffs, and then she did a bunch of damage, and then they nerfed it. So I have that one. Sidious was one of my first ones. Vader was one of my first ones, but those all ended up being decent, I guess. Visa's Mars was pretty bad, right? I mean, she had her heyday with the phase 1 heroic Sith raid, but didn't do anything anymore after that.
Yeah,
I'm kind of just looking at my roster, but I think those are my top 2. Probably the Visa's Mar one and Luminara for sure.
Yeah, Visa's Mar really needs a tag of some kind.
like I had IPD a long time ago, right? And actually, his is useful now, right? Like they're doing a good job getting these worthless Zetas back in the day, working again. But I'm still waiting for Luminara because I did her, and hopefully Ahsoka gets her rework, and then her Zeta's good as well, and then Visa's Mar, I have no idea what they're going to do with her.
Buddy, what do you think about Visa's Mar? You don't care.
God,
he's like falling asleep.
He's in heaven right now. He's like, not only do I get pets, but then I get a treat afterwards. So, F you all.
Yeah, I mean, like I had Pow Zeta too, and it finally is useful now after all this time. We waited through Rogue One and we waited through Mon Mothma, and now it's actually good. The Phoenix Zetas I think they're kind of okay now because I mean. Ezra's really good with Jedi Master Luke, and Kanan's actually really good with Jedi Master Luke. So, Director Krennic's still pretty bad. So I mean, those are my top 3. Then would be Krennic, Visa's Mar, and Luminara.
All right. Next question, Nathan H. Does anything in SWGOH history compare to the Galactic Chase?
God, no.
Yeah, I don't think anything compares to the Galactic Chase.
Nope.
It's a unique thing. I don't mind it. I think
No.
it's a neat way to release a character, but yeah. No, I don't think anything compares to it. Asuka Meow. Meow seems to run out of Sith for Sith teams. Can we get some more Sith? Like, right, Meow?
I agree.
Sure, we can, Meow.
So this is what I really want. I've said this on a couple of streams where they're doing these kits now that transform midway into battle. Like, I'd love to see Visa's Mar, where after turn 5 or turn 6, you can actually choose if she becomes like a Sith or a Jedi. I think that would be kind of neat. And I think that's a great way for them to maybe revisit some of the old kits where they transform into something. Like Mon Mothma's Rebel Scout, gets promoted throughout battle and it gets stronger. I'd love to see them do something like that with not only the regular tunes, but even the ships, right? We were talking about how do they make the pilotless ship relevant, in terms of upgrades. And I think if like the Y-Wing would upgrade, in the middle of the battle, that would be kind of neat. And same thing with the Rebel Y-Wing and the bomber. I think that'd be an easy fix for CG to do. And then they don't have to throw any balance, like they wouldn't have any balance issues. They wouldn't have to throw a pilot in there or something like that, but they just make the unit upgrade inside the battle. And I think it'd be kind of fun.
Yeah, that would be pretty neat. Do you think they would do that for a character like Visas Mar that would be like a marquee though? Because she was a marquee character, right? They've only done kind of that like switch thing with Luke, with Jedi Master Luke, Sith Eternal Emperor, right? And then kind of to some extent CLS.
Well, I mean, it's like Mon Mothma, right? So she can upgrade the unit, right? That she summons.
Yeah.
Cam upgrades, during you can his fighting style.
L3 does something similar too, right?
He becomes defensive or offensive, however you want to play him. They've been messing around with this thing in light side GOTB during the ships. You can give your fleet offense up or defense up or whatever. That's another option. So yeah, I think it's a great way. Honestly, it wouldn't really. I don't think it would require a lot of coding. It's just a matter of it's almost like they gain relic levels when they the longer they're in battle, right? So I mean, you should get some kind of bonus if they're at like you're at the 2-minute mark and Visas Mars is still alive, then yeah, she should get stronger. And you can and it's an ability that maybe procs on a cooldown or something like that, and it'd be kind of fun. And then she has synergy with Sith, or she has synergy with Jedi. They can do that with Ahsoka. I mean, maybe you throw her in the Phoenix squad, and then after turn 5, she gets Phoenix synergy. Or Piet gets synergy with maybe he shares his ability after because he's the only Imperial trooper that doesn't share his ability, right? Like or something like that. So it'd be kind of fun.
Oh, that would be pretty neat.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Next question. Nightmare. I haven't had a permanent home in SWGOH for a year. With T8 Rancor coming, should I be looking for a permanent home, or do you think it won't be beaten for at least a few months?
Aaron, I'm back. I had to take care of Buddy.
We don't know if it's going to be released as a guild raid, or I can't remember who said it, but it might be like a personal raid, right? Where if they release the tier 8 of Rancor as like a personal raid, guilds still don't matter, right? That was a concern we had when we were reading it either last week or the week before, whenever it was. Because I know Nightmare is hopping a little bit in order to murk, so he doesn't have a permanent home for that reason. He's basically just murking a lot, which is beneficial. I
would wait for the rewards, I guess. If they're gonna throw out that one relic piece or that one mod slicing piece that everybody wants, to slice to green 6E. I would probably go find a permanent home. In my opinion, but if the rewards suck, then I think you're doing it right.
Miss Farquhar's here. She says hi. All happy Thanksgiving. Hello, Miss Farquhar. Good to see you again.
Happy Thanksgiving, Farquhar.
Happy Thanksgiving, Farquhar.
Haven't seen her name in a while.
I know, the lovely Miss Farquhar. All right, let's wrap this up. We got some GAC to do there, Finnadoodle.
All right. Next question. Cole. Question is GAC in GAC. My opponent has a faster Rex than in his 5's gas squad.
Okay.
Would Jedi Knight Luke, Gas, and Hermit Yoda work as a counter?
Gas will work as a counter. It doesn't matter if Rex is first. I mean, it's the counter.
That might be overkill. I don't know.
I mean, but if you're gonna do mirror, it's still gonna end up being the same thing. So I mean,
gear is gonna be important.
What's the team again?
So the team he has is Gas, 5s, and Rex that he's facing.
Yeah,
he has a
what's
faster.
The team he's fighting? What's the team he's fighting?
That's the team he's fighting. Gas, Rex, and 5s. But his Rex
Thanks for playing, Loki. Glad to have you here.
So he's thinking of using a Jedi Knight Luke lead, I think, in order to balance out his speed, and then Gas and Hermit Yoda. But it depends on your gear as well, right? Like they're saying, you can go with Gas, Rex, and 5s, and have a slower Rex and still win. if your other mods are better, right? Like if your Gas does more damage, you'll be able to do things a little bit better. Plus, I'll say I do like it when my Gas kneels first if his Gas is close to kneeling.
Yeah.
Because then your Gas comes up first.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like you spend a little bit of extra time, but your Gas is going to come up and start wrecking as soon as he's up. After the first one, like it works out better, in my opinion, if your Gas goes down first. So potentially,
I like
the Rex thing is not in his favor.
So does Loki.
So we would need to know a little bit more about your gear as well there.
Yeah.
To try and give you the best answer. I mean, I'm in agreement. I think Jedi Knight, Luke, Gas, and Hermit Yoda will work, but I think it's also overkill.
I think it's overkill. You go Gas, save your Luke for something else.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, honestly.
Yeah.
Where are you, brother? You're supposed to be in here. We're gonna do some GAC. You said you'd be here. You get your ass in the goddamn call and do some GAC after this. Sorry.
All right. Next question, Revenator. Do you think Fulcrum Ahsoka Tano is going to get a rework because of the Mandalorian show?
Not going to talk about it. Next question.
I don't think she's going to get a rework. I think she's going to get a new one. We're not going to have to talk. We don't have to talk specifics.
No,
I just think that they're much better off releasing a new one.
Just that's fine, Finn. Just leave it at that. Leave it at that, buddy.
Yeah, I'm not going any further. I'm not talking about the specific kits. I'm just saying they can make more money off of releasing a new Ahsoka instead of like modifying and
leave it there. So. Finn, I don't want to see you get molested by the fans. I'm
not saying anything else.
Don't say anything.
I haven't even seen it.
Use your Fifth Amendment rights. I'm trying to protect you.
But I haven't even seen Mandalorian.
I know, but you're going to be a boo-boo. Don't be a boo-boo.
But how can I spoil something when I haven't even seen it?
Accidentally.
Accidentally how? I haven't seen it.
Leave it alone, Finn.
Oh my god. It is literally impossible for me to give a legitimate spoiler given that I have not seen it because I'm watching it tomorrow. So how can I spoil something when I haven't? That would just mean I'm really good at guessing.
I think everyone in the chat,
100% a guess.
Yeah, Finn, everyone's telling you to shush.
Okay, next question, Nightmare. With Mando's I don't think this is a spoiler. With Mando speaking fluent Tusken, do you think more Tuskens will be coming to the game?
No, next.
Okay. Because a spoiler, or you just
That's
don't think they're
spoiler,
bringing more Tuskens?
And it's part of... No. Shame on you.
Okay. I mean, at some point, we have to talk about the Mando stuff.
We will when the season is over. All right? There's a lot of people...
Well, the season is over? I haven't even watched it, and even I think
I'm going to be
excessive.
showing for everybody. After that, it's spoiler all over the place. So after that, then...
All right. Even I think that's excessive. Okay. Grim, question for Finn. Phasmo after the stream.
No, we're doing GAC.
So Ranger's doing his GAC now. I'm probably going to do mine later in the evening.
Because it's going to take about 30-45 minutes to do mine. That gives you time to do what you need to do and get ready to do yours.
I don't know if I'm going to do Phasmo afterwards, Grim. I might play during the day tomorrow, not streamed.
Some hunting.
Just to play because in between like dinner. Once afternoon hits though, I'm gone. I'm gonna be watching football, eating, falling asleep, just over and over again. So afternoon time is completely gone. Maybe in the morning, but I know you're sleeping, so that's probably not gonna work either. So
yeah, we're gonna go.
Yeah, we'll have to see. Maybe over the weekend, Grim.
Yeah, that's right, say. Yeah.
Nightmare question, Ranger. Would you rather listen to Cisco's Bootylicious Christmas or Work on the Hill?
I'd rather Work on the Hill.
There you go. John Moran, question. I'm now 2 wins into Galactic Loot grind. with the way they revamped the tokens to play the event, is there a better way to get them than just sim a lot of low side missions?
No.
Low lights. So they changed it so you don't have to do that.
Yeah,
now.
just do the like I did.
So-
I did the Chirotech ones and just got tons of Chirotechs and got a buttload. We did the math. It's a lot of the mats and stuff. I mean, go get those tickets, brother, and get your Chirotechs at the same time. That is the best node to do now with the ticket system.
So just as a clarification on what they revamped it, right? Before it was basically just per attempt. So the more attempts you got, the better. So that was the reason to do the light side. What they did is they kind of changed it to a model similar to the Galactic Chase. So now, effectively what happens, the average number of tickets you get per energy spent is the same. So regardless, if you spent, let's say, 80 energy on 10 8 energy nodes, or whether you spent 80 energy on 8 10 energy nodes, you're on average going to get the same number of tickets.
Yeah, if you do Chirotech,
The only difference is that the range of tickets that you can get are a little bit higher on the 8 versus the 10, both higher and lower. So let's say that the average was 5 tickets, right? So if you do 10 attempts on an 8 energy node and your average was 5, you would have an average of 5 tickets for 8 attempts on 10 energy. But what you would see is that like the variance on the 8 energy may get you anywhere between like 6 and 4. 4 and 6 would be your range on the 8. Versus if you then move to the 10 energy node, your range would be like 4.5 to 6.5 on average. So it's just the variance is higher on the lower nodes, but the average is exactly the same. Go with the average. Go with the one that gets you the better
I can tell you, I averaged
items.
12 out of 20 attempts. I averaged 12 tickets per 20 attempts, plus all the Chirotechs. I'm telling you, man, it is cash money, bro.
Yeah. So don't just go on the lower ones. You're just gonna want to go on the one that you need. because of
Nathan
the way
H.
they
No, we
changed
will not farm Lobot. Get that shit out of here.
it. Lobots in
The
disguise.
Lobots. The God damn it, Finn. Fucker, man. God, you
All
ruin
right.
it every time.
Nightmare. Question. Loki, what's more delicious? Sushi or Asuka Meow's roster?
That's tough.
Are you facing Asuka in like TW or something?
No,
Not that I know of.
not that I know.
Are you facing her in
non-GAC?
GSC?
Nope.
So I have no idea where that question is
I
coming
don't.
from.
I think she's delicious, so they'll just go with that.
I have no idea.
'Cause she's gonna freak out in the
Question: What
chat.
is your favorite Thanksgiving movie? I don't really have a lot of Thanksgiving movies.
No, I don't really either. No, it's not a
Charlie Brown, man.
That's like the only one. But Charlie Brown has like something for like every
I know.
holiday. That's pretty much it. I don't even know any other like real Thanksgiving movie. You pretty
No.
much just jump into Christmas at that point.
Yeah, I said that. Meow meow. Deal with it, stalker.
Farquaad, that will never get old. I know. It's
Mm-hmm.
true. That is the Lobot theme song. That is a Lobot theme song.
It's not.
It is.
No. No.
Revenator, question. Remember when Ranger was a whale and was in TI, then went free to play and is now a whale again?
Yeah. You have meow meow to
Nathan
thank
H.
for that.
Question. Better pet, Wampa, Wompat, Porg, or Sheepy?
Buddy.
Buddy. Grande's chicken.
Oh my god.
Oh my
Of
God.
that list.
Oh, hold on.
Since
Let's ask an outsider. Thane, what do you think? Oh my
I was hoping to
God.
stay out of that one.
Okay,
Yeah.
good call.
Of that
Let's
list, I
go
would have to
with Loki's squid.
Loki's squid. What?
Yeah, Loki's always eating squid, right?
Yeah, but that's not a pet. That's food.
I mean, it could have been a pet before it became food.
Need to make a shirt on that one, Finn.
It could have been a pet before it was food. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. I'm gonna go with Sheepy because of that. Sheepy's probably the only one that I can maybe corral and control a little bit. Contingent 33 question. Am I the only one, or do you miss the old mod battle style where you had to use specific factions to do each type? It gave us a reason to gear up the factions other than inflating. I agree. I actually miss the faction specific mod battles. I think it's nice for the newer players, but I do miss them.
I don't miss it a bit.
I thought it was neat.
I didn't.
You have to work on specific factions in order. I mean, they're basically doing the same thing now with Galactic Challenges for gear. So
I think Galactic Challenges over that bullshit.
Until they give you a Jawa's Galactic Challenge.
I'm still not going to do it.
Let's see. Nightmare question. When Chewie is roasting the porg and the other porgs look at him all sad, did Chewie end up eating that porg, or was he guilt-shamed into not eating it? He was guilt-shamed into not eating it. Yep, he was guilt-shamed.
But did he wait till after they left and he was like...
No, he was
You don't know? You weren't there?
Last question. Nathan H. Question. Favorite Star Wars food or beverage? Blue milk.
I'm going to go with... some Java juice, some calf.
I think Thane is with me on this one. Blue milk from Galaxy's Edge is freaking fantastic. I love the blue milk. I'm not a fan of the green milk. I love blue milk. What is yours, Loki? Favorite Star Wars food or drink?
What food was there in Star Wars, man?
I don't know. That's what I'm trying to think.
It might be.
Like they didn't have French fries or anything, you know. You watch Total Recall and you can see Jack in the Box in the background, you know. But they didn't have that in Star Wars, so
no.
Yeah.
Space McDonald's.
Yeah. God, I'm thinking I have to go with a drink, I guess. I don't know. Why'd you have to pull blue milk, man? Like that's so recent, you know?
But that's like actually what I had when I went to Galaxy's Edge. Like
Right.
I literally got one of the containers, like the souvenir containers, and you just walk around with it around your neck, and it's just like this big container. I love the blue milk so much. It was really good. I love the blue milk. I'm doing that again, by the way, when I go. It's just like I'm gonna get the blue milk. Not a fan of the green milk though. Not a fan of the green.
I have to rewatch the Bespin scene with the Vader dinner. I need to see if there was any food on that table. Because that'd be funny, right?
Yeah.
Whatever Jabba the Hutt eats. Jabba the Hutt eats those things that crawl around. So.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Okay.
The baby SB crumbs or something like that. I don't know what they are, but.
Yeah.
Eat something.
Okay.
All right.
There we go.
That's it.
All right. So what we're going to do, we got the GAC Whisperer. Thank Cairo with me. We're going to go do my GAC. Give Finn a little bit of a break. But we're going to do this all on Twitch. It's crazy. It's pre-Thanksgiving nonsense. And we're going to go do some GAC over on Twitch. So we'll do my battles first, which are going to be Hell on Earth. And then we'll have Finn, the Fluff Bottomer, do his GAC right afterwards. So you get double. You usually have to pay triple for this kind of action, Finn. We're giving it for free. I mean, I'm just throwing that out
What's
there.
bad about your GAC right now? You throw like 4 Galactic Legends on you?
Yeah, it's the full defense, the full Monty, like I always get.
I had one too. I just had one right now. Like it sucks.
It's not. I don't think it's a full Monty, but it's pretty close. It's pretty awful. So he had 2 Galactic Legends. They both went on defense. It's like Jesus Christ, here we go. So
my opponent right now put everything meta on defense.
Yeah,
and
pretty
then
much.
I basically can only clear 1 top row and I'm done. You know, like that's it.
Yeah,
I'm done.
Yeah, so we got our work cut out for us. So we'll do this right immediately after this. I'm gonna eat some more chips.
Yeah,
and salsa.
Ivan, tomorrow is Thanksgiving in the U.S., so we're not going to be streaming tomorrow and possibly not even on Friday because of that. So just be... Nightmare, I had a really nice question for you guys.
What's that?
Okay, hold on. Let me see if you...
So you see, but we've been tricked before by you skewers.
Okay. He did. Thank you, Nightmare's question. Thank you guys for all the time and effort you guys put into the stream every day, every week. I enjoy your content and hope you guys have a wonderful Thanksgiving with your families. Long live RSG.
We love you, brother. Thank you for the kind words.
Mhm.
All right, so Finn, I'm going to update the chat here. So we'll do, what should I call this? GAC with Finn and Ranger, or just Ranger?
Just do
then
it with Ranger. Just
Okay.
go with Ranger. I don't know when I'm going to stream, so we'll have to switch anyway. So
Okay, let me do this real quick. Okay, Finn, say goodbye to everybody, and then I'm working on this real quick. So we're gonna do my GAC. Loki, if you want to hang out, you can. Thane, all good in the hood. Finn's gonna take a break, eat some Twinkies, wash his butt, and then come back, and then we'll do the GAC with Finn. So okay. Let me update the title and stuff. Finn, if you want to say goodbye to everybody, say thank you. Please,
all right.
God.
Well, thank
please.
you to all of you guys. Yes, I know I didn't answer yours, Neo Venom, and you actually didn't have a Cenobite Baby Yoda. He did mention that Thanksgiving is a Thanksgiving movie. I haven't seen that one, so I'll put that on.
Not worth watching.
But thank you guys so much for being with us through a lot of Galaxy of Heroes. The game is 5 years old. We're like 4.5 years old, and you guys have been with us through a lot of it. We hope to continue covering the game as it continues to grow. We're seeing some good things with the game in 2020, despite kind of a rocky start. But now, hopefully, there's bright things coming in 2021. So we have Thanksgiving now, a lot to be thankful for, especially for those in the U.S. For those of you not in the U.S. and don't celebrate it, well, I hope you can kind of just join us in just the general sentiment. We are thankful for everything that Galaxy of Heroes has been able to put together in terms of a community. A game is a game. Games will last. Games will go away. Hopefully this game lasts a while. But ultimately, we are happy to have built a community as awesome as the one we have. And we couldn't be more thankful for that and more appreciative of everything you guys do to support us. So thank you guys so much. Make sure you guys head over to the RSG Twitch, where Ranger's going to be streaming here. I'll be streaming at some point. Just be on the Discord. I'm going to take a little break since I'm going to be streaming into like the middle of the night here. Yeah, I hope you guys all that celebrate Thanksgiving have a great day tomorrow. And if we don't see you until then, we'll see you on the next stream. Make sure that you subscribe to our channel here if you guys are not already, so you guys will get notified whenever we go live, which maybe on Saturday at some point, because we will have GAC to do at some point there. So
yeah.
With that, for Ranger, for myself, for Loki, and for Thane, thank you guys so much for joining us, and we will see you on the next stream.
Peace out.